everyone, I'm Victoria.
I'm Carly, and thanks for tuning in to Rotunda Studios.
We want to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day. Don't forget how blessed we are as a country, and don't forget to say thank you to a veteran today.
This week, we have a small piece in honor of Veterans Day,
as well as a feature story on the Longwood Center for the Visual Arts' new collection called Create. This gallery consists of artwork created by men and women with disabilities.
Again, thanks for tuning in, and let's take it to our Veterans Day special.
Today I hope everyone takes a moment to stop and pause and thank the men and women who have served our country and given us the freedoms that we all deserve today.
I think Veterans Day means to me that veterans and their families really give a lot to this country, and our freedom is not free.
Veterans Day does mean a lot to me. I like America, carry on a Constitution. I'm not weird, but it means a lot because they keep this country safe.
My dad was actually in the U.S. Navy. My grandfather was Army Air Corps. I have a cousin who is a Marines and an uncle who is in the Marines.
I do know a veteran. I know several veterans. I come from a military family, but both my nephews are in the military, and my oldest nephew was in Afghanistan.
So one of my best friends is a veteran. She served in Iraq with the Army, and she went over when the city she went to at the time was the most dangerous city.
Mean the world because they sacrificed themselves for our freedom. I appreciate them. Happy Veterans Day.
We're truly blessed to have so many honorable men and women willing to put their lives on the line for our country.
We really are. If any veterans or members of our armed forces are watching from Rotunda Studios and Longwood, we thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, now let's take it to the LCVA and get a look at some of this amazing artwork. Hi everyone, Victoria here with Rotunda Studios, here with Alex Graybeck here at the LCVA in downtown Farmville to ask him a few questions about Create. First question, Alex, is what exactly is Create?
It's an art exhibition coordinated by the University Berkeley Art Museum and Pacific Film Archive. And two curators and people did it. I think the guys' names are Lawrence Rinder and Matthew Higgs.
When was Create started and how has it evolved since it began?
You know, it started with the curators. They Create started at several artist communities, Creative Growth and Development, NAID, more on the West Coast kind of thing. And all the artists in Create have some sort of developmental or intellectual kind of, I suppose, disability. And they go to these centers and create art just like any other artist in any other studio. And I think through Lawrence Rinder and Matthew Higgs and a couple other people and institutions brought these artists and this art together to make an exhibition of their art, and it's traveling the country, and it's a cool one.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really unique. The next question I want to ask you is, what does the LCVA do for the people through Create? Do the people come in and create the art here, or do they bring in their artwork for submission to put it up?
Well, Create, it's the LCVA did not curate Create. We basically are borrowing it, in so many words, from another institution. And that's really common for museums to travel exhibitions, to do that sort of thing. And there's a lot of conversations and ideas behind folk art versus outsider art versus insider art, all these kind of things. And Create starts to blur those definitions and those lines a little bit.
And what does it take to put something like Create together, and how much preparation time does it take?
I think that honestly months of preparation just on our side of securing shipping routes to get estimates, and then once it's here, you unpack it, you condition report it, you set it up, you sequence everything so when you walk through the gallery that there's a flow and a pace to the exhibition, and so that one piece doesn't maybe overshadow another, and so you can kind of go through the exhibition with some sense of like purpose, I suppose.
It's definitely a lot more work than meets the eye that goes into this type of
Yeah,
thing.
it's a bit more than just putting a nail on the wall, but then that takes a long time too. Actually installing the pieces, lighting the pieces, and making sure all the pieces are safe for the artwork and for our visitors. So.
Sounds like a difficult job, but definitely rewarding.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Next question is, what type of reactions have recent audiences or viewers given off to the recent displays?
Honestly, I know I work here, and so I'm probably biased, but I think people have really enjoyed it. I think there's some pieces are just fantastic and like really sophisticated.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
noticed.
And if you don't like one, there's something else for you. And I think there's enough art to warrant like multiple visits to the center. And so maybe that piece that maybe not was instantly attractive to you, maybe on a second or third time visit, you maybe can see what it is and it grows on you, then it becomes your favorite artist or best piece or something like that.
It's really unique.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great pieces out there. I looked around for a little while. They look great. Last question is, how can students at Longwood get involved with a program, well, not a particular program, but something like Create?
Well, the LCVA works a lot with a lot of different departments, like communications right now. But also the art department. We worked with the science department. We worked with across the board. We worked with a lot of Longwood seminar classes on the art on campus, the sculptures, what a museum is, what it does for an institution. But also, if people are interested in the arts or museum studies or community outreach or social work or whatever, there's always a place here for them, whether it be helping with a press release or unpacking or shadowing maybe some of the staff members here and unpacking and learning what it takes to put something on and to get into this field and what are kind of the standards in an art museum and in the art field.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Alex. We really appreciate it. That's it from us today. I'll have a great week. Make sure to check out Create before January 3rd when they begin to take the collections down.
You can always look out for our next episode next Monday, and you can find updates online at Twitter and Facebook.
From Rotunda Studios, I'm Victoria Walker.
And I'm Carly Shia. Have a great week, everybody.
And have a blessed Veterans Day.